everybody. It's Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Welcome to session 2 for 2026. Before we get into things, let's just have a little chat for a moment. If you look into the chat, I have posted information there for you. There you can see it on the screen. It will also be in the description and the first comment. So, how is everyone tonight? So, something that we haven't done for a while is we have not released before we start. So, I do a lot of that before I even come on, but we're going to do it together so we can be reminded of our simple practice to release and become present in the moment. Remember, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth with the hand motion. Push everything away, all those emails, the conversations, things that bothered you today, anything that is weighing you down, past conversations, past experiences, negative ones especially, anything, those to-do lists, everything. Just breathe in, push them away out into the universe to be destroyed. One more time, breathe in, push them away to be destroyed. It is very important to have practices in your day-to-day. This is one you can do anytime. It's great for anxiety. It's great just for relieving stress. It's great to get yourself centered and balanced before you have to go into that big meeting or big conference or whatever you do in your world. For mommies, stay-at-home moms, the greatest job and the biggest job in the whole world, stay-at-home moms and dads. It gives you a moment just to kind of, get rid of all the stuff, the hustle and bustle and all the energy that children have. And you can just center yourself for a moment and then come back a little bit refreshed. So once again, welcome. I appreciate that you are here. Tonight is going to be about something that's very important. As always, we are not pretending life is perfect. We are meeting right in the middle of the noise. And there's a lot of noise in life. Tonight, we are naming a hard truth. Life does not slow down so that we can heal. Most of us are parenting, working, grieving, all at the same time. If you've been waiting for a break to start caring for your heart, tonight is your permission slip to stop waiting. It's your permission slip to stop waiting. So let's get into this. I want to paint a little picture for you. We often imagine healing is a tropical island. We think once I get through this project, or once the kids are in school, or once this month is over, or once this season is over in the summertime, in the spring, then I'll take a boat to that island and finally heal. Reality check, my friends. Life is an ocean, not an island. There is no shore where the waves stop. Healing isn't about escaping the storm. It's about learning how to be the anchor while the wind is blowing. A thought, question for thought. Either put a response in the chat or journal about this. What is the condition you've been waiting for? Finish this sentence. I'll focus on myself once. What came after your once? Put it in the comments. 5 learning points, 5 things that are important for you to think about and to understand. It's important for all of us. Number 1, conditions are never perfect. Healing is a messy, dirty process. It happens in the kitchen, in the car, and in the hospital waiting room. If you wait to clean your house for you to meditate, you might never meditate. Healing happens within the mess. I see this all the time. I just don't have time now. I'm going to wait until I'm in a better place. And the better place never comes. So that is a trick that we play upon ourselves. Number 2, our second learning point, softening versus solving. We as human beings are obsessed with fixing, but some things like grief, chronic stress, anxiety, etc., 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 can't be solved today. So when we look at things as if we are obsessed with fixing things, we do not realize in the moment that those things that we want fixed immediately are not things that are able to be fixed immediately. It takes time. We need to soften those shoulders, deal with the immediate problem, and learn to carry it and what we need to do to be able to carry it. Number 3, third learning point, the myth of once things calm down. This, my friends, is a survival strategy. It's called procrastinated safety. It's like waiting for the ocean to stop waving to learn how to swim. You have to learn how to swim in the waves. Number 4, our fourth learning point, capacity is the goal. We don't want a life with zero stress. That's just impossible. We want a bigger emotional container. So if you are a small cup, a tablespoon of stress overflows you. If you are a lake, that same stress barely ripples the surface. We are building the lake tonight, and we are building the lake constantly at Evolve Global 22, and we're doing it together. The last learning point tonight, small is significant. We tend to dismiss anything that isn't a 60-minute yoga class or whatever. Nothing against yoga. I love yoga. A 10-second pause is a microdose of safety. It tells the nervous system we are okay right now. Why is this important? For example, anxiety is a time traveler. It's usually in the future, worrying, or in the past, regretting. The body work practice tonight, especially for anxiety, is the 5-4-3-2-1 reset. Remember, anxiety is a time traveler. It's usually in the future, worrying, or in the past, regretting. This practice pulls your soul back into your body. So now let's do this practice together. And I'm going to guide you through this slowly. When you feel anxious or stressed, which creates anxiety, I want you to describe 5 things that you see. Could be colors, shapes in the room, something surrounding you. Then 4 things you can touch. So the fabric on your shirt, touch the fabric on your shirt. Touch or feel or sense the cool air, your chair. 3 things that you can hear, the hum of a refrigerator, your own breath. Identify 2 things that you can smell, coffee, laundry, or just the air. 1 thing you can taste, the lingering flavor of dinner or just the tip of your tongue. What this does, my friends, is it brings you into the moment. It doesn't leave you in the past, and it doesn't allow you to be in the future. It brings you into the present. And when you're in the present, anxiety goes down and you can deal more effectively with whatever is going on in that present moment. So remember, the body practice that we just talked about, which is very good for anxiety, is the 5-4-3-2-1 reset. Try it and see how it works for you. The next bodywork practice is this: the stay with yourself pause. Pausing is so important. There are so many practices that include pausing. The stay with yourself pause. Why is this important? Many of us abandon ourselves when we are stressed. We go numb or we go into autopilot. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Feel the rise and fall as you breathe normally. Just sit with yourself and feel it for a moment. Say out loud, I am still here with myself. What you are telling your inner child is, I see you are stressed, and I'm not going to leave you to handle this alone. It's such a simple practice, but we either have never been told, we've never heard of it anywhere, some of these practices, and or we know about them or we've seen something like them or similar to them, but we don't take the time to do it. I think that's the bigger problem, but it's so important. It's important for your body, mind, soul, and spirit to be able to gain support via these practices. So let's talk about a thinking question. Let's think about something for a moment. If your stress didn't disappear tomorrow, but your body felt 10% safer carrying it, what would your morning look like? Now, my friends, for our 5 journaling questions or questions for thought, questions for reflection. And if you have not started journaling, please start, even if it's once a week for a few minutes. Reflection question number 1: where have I believed healing needed better conditions? Number 2: how do I usually respond when life feels overwhelming? Number 3: what does staying with myself feel like in my body? Number 4: where do I already see signs of healing capacity in my life? And number 5: what kind of support do I need right now? My friends, tonight was a very short live stream. I just wanted to come on to get this out to you. I know we're all back to work. We're all back doing our regular life after the holidays, and it can be really, really stressful. And I wanted to remind you about healing when life doesn't slow down. We're ramping up, right? We're coming back into our regular pace. So we talked about healing happens inside real life, not after it. We are building capacity instead of comfort, and we are not looking for perfection. We're staying connected to ourselves under pressure. And we talked about small moments and pauses are real, meaningful healing and legitimate medicine. You now have 5 journaling reflections you can use for your healing. You don't have to wait for life to slow down. Healing can meet you where you are. And now I want to remind everybody before I close, remember Evolve Global 22 Healing Light Studio is now on Patreon. If you find that my work speaks to you, if you're healing in real life, Global 22 Healing Light Studio on Patreon exists to support beyond these live streams. Tier 1 is a community supporter. If you want to get involved and help grow this movement, it's $1 a month. This tier is for you. You want to support this work in a simple, accessible way. You believe healing spaces should stay open to everyone. You may not need more content right now, but you want to help keep the light on. It literally keeps the light on. This tier helps sustain free teachings and live streams, support individuals and families who cannot afford services, and keep healing accessible, not exclusive. Then tier 2, the Founders Healing Circle for $7.99 a month for the first 50 founding members. This tier is for you if you want deeper support and connection. You're actively healing and want guidance you can return to. You want practices, reflections, and teachings that you can use in real life. This tier includes extended teachings and practices, deep nervous system support, foundational healing tools for adults and families. This tier also helps expand services for children and families, build sustainable healing programs, and create a long-term home for this work. You're never required to join. Your presence here already matters, but if you're looking for ongoing support, this space was created for you. I wish you all the best. Until tomorrow, this is Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Peace, love, and light to all of you. And remember, healing lives here, but wholeness lives within you. I love you all. The first practice, and I'm going to shift here a little bit, is called the vagus nerve slide. And I want you to sit tall. So roll your shoulders back and just loosen them, but sit so your posture is good. Keep your head still and facing forward. Now you're going to shift your eyes all the way to the right as if you're trying to see your ear. And you're going to hold them there and keep holding them there until you wait for a release. And what you're looking for is a yawn, a sigh, or a deep swallow. This is your natural dietitian switching from survival back to we're going to rub our hands together vigorously until they feel hot. And then we're going to place our right hand over our solar plexus, which is right here, kind of like in the middle, and the left hand over our heart. So right here. Feel the heat sink through the skin and into the organs and say, my body is wise and I am safe to be nourished. Feel that safety move through your inner soil. So let's rub our hands together. Hello, I'm Dr. Debbie, and this is Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. We offer gentle, evidence-informed, soul-rooted practices for adults, children, and families, supporting whole person healing, health, and wellness with a special focus on nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, identity and self-connection, healing in everyday life, and balance that actually works in the real world. Our work is guided by the power of three: energy medicine, Ayurveda-inspired living, and herbal wisdom. We strive to help heal the whole person, a truly comprehensive, integrated approach. Inside this space, You will find live stream teaching similar to but more in depth and advanced than public content, short healing and regulation practices, calming resets you can use in real time, reflections to support integration, and family-friendly tools you can use in real life. To help this work continue in a sustainable and accessible way, we have created Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio on Patreon. Patreon allows this work to exist without overwhelm, without high financial barriers, and without asking people to do more than they are able. Tier 1 is literally keeping the lights on. For only $1, you become a community supporter. You help others who cannot afford to be able to get full servicing, to be able to get services to heal. Tier 2 is our Founders Healing Circle, $7.99 a month for the first 50 members. This tier is for those who say, I want support, I want to feel grounded, I don't want heavy commitment, but I don't want to do this alone. There is a space for you here at whatever level feels right. Healing happens here. Wholeness lives within you. Hello and welcome everybody. This is the first live stream for Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio for 2026. I'm so excited. Welcome back. I missed all of you. I hope you had a great holiday, a great beginning to your new year, 2026. It's really, really seriously unbelievable that we are here. So before we start and get into this tonight, a couple of house cleaning rule things. First, you're going to notice I put in the chat, and I believe everybody who's watching from Facebook and on YouTube can see. If not, please bump me a message. It is right there. And you can see I always give you 5 journaling questions at the end of each session. This is session 1 for 2026. And then you have also some key links for the Patreon, for the YouTube channel, for those of you who are not on YouTube right now, and for the website. So let me get rid of this. So you have everything in the chat that you need. I also left you my email. If you ever want to reach out to me, please do so. I am more than happy to answer. Yes, I'm a real human being. Yes, I answer all of messages, SMSs, because my phone is a public phone number. And I also answer all emails. You will get a message back. If you email me or SMS me and you don't get a message back within 24 hours, maximum a couple days, if I get behind, that means I never got your message, because that is a pet peeve of mine. So, there's a lot happening here at Evolve Global 22, and I just want to keep you up to date. We have so many things going on. The Patreon is a way that I make healing accessible and my servicing accessible to everybody. I don't turn anybody away. So please check out the Patreon. You have the link there in the chat. It will also be on the first comment and in the descriptions on the recording of this. Also, I am currently working on a whole children's series, and that is coming out soon. I don't have a date yet, but it is coming soon. You can see some of my little friends there in the background sitting there. They are going to be part of my friends that help me to reach children. And that's coming. Another thing that's coming, no date yet, but I'm working on it, is I'm going to start doing some live selling of my healing, health, and wellness support products, and also my gently loved products. I don't want to do them during a live stream. I don't want to break everything up. So that will be done separately, but I'm working on both of those major projects. It is coming soon. Please, if you want to be a part of anything, subscribe on YouTube. It's free. See me on Facebook. That's free. I give many, many resources. My website, which you have the website here in the chat, everything on there is free. The Patreon is very, very, very low cost at this time, extremely low. I designed it that way so you could either be a community supporter if you want to support this work and help others, or if you want to do some healing work in our healing circle. So let's get into tonight. So once again, family, welcome back. Tonight we are opening our books and our hearts. We're diving into chapter 6. I told you we were going to come back to this, of Dr. Nicole Redvers, The Science of the Sacred. This isn't just a book study. It's a remembrance of who we are. Everything that I share, and I also started the Evolve Global 22 book club. There are free things on the YouTube. In Patreon, there will be more deeper insights and other readings that we do that are not available publicly. So please get involved. There's so much here. There is no reason that anybody cannot heal. So anyways, this book, The Science of the Sacred, Bridging Global Indigenous Medicine Systems and Modern Scientific Principles. If you want to add a book to your library, add this one. We've been taught, and guys, I look down sometimes. I have notes. Here's my notes. I'm at the point in my life, I have to have notes, and I'm so busy, I have to have notes. Otherwise, my thoughts are all over the place. So this keeps me grounded. This is a tool. We've been taught that nutrition is a math problem, calories versus calories in versus calories out. But Dr. Redvers bridges the gap between the medicine of our ancestors and the science of our cells to show us something different. That's the whole purpose of reading for information, so that we can get high quality, accurate information. Tonight is about the natural dietitian that lives inside of you. It's about how your body is an extension of the earth and how it knows exactly how to heal when we quiet the noise. And a little bit of a secret here, you don't have to diet to lose weight. You do have to change how you're eating and how you put foods together and how you align everything. And we do that here at Evolve Global 22. If you are in alignment and you are doing what your body needs, the weight will come off. Slowly, but it will come off. So anyways, opening reflection, let's take a moment just to think about this. When you think about food, do you feel peace or do you feel pressure? Just notice it without judgment. So just think about that for a second. When you think about food, do you feel peace or do you feel pressure? And notice it without judgment. Keep that in the back of your mind as we walk through this together. So chapter 6, I'm going to summarize it for you. Dr. Redvers explains that for thousands of years, indigenous people did not need labs. They used innate wisdom. Science now calls this the gut-brain axis. She reminds us that our microbiome is our inner soil. If the soil is stressed, the harvest, our health, cannot grow. Let me say that one again. If the soil is stressed, the harvest, our health, cannot grow. Imagine for a moment a fawn grazing in a quiet meadow. Its body is in a state of rest and digest. Suddenly, it hears the snap of a twig. In that second, the fawn's body shuts down digestion. Blood moves from the stomach to the legs so it can run. It doesn't matter how organic the grass is. If the fawn is in survival mode, it cannot nourish itself. Many of us are trying to eat healthy while our bodies think they are being hunted by life. Tonight, my friends, we bring the meadow back to the meal. So I break everything down into 5 learning points. Learning point number 1 tonight is food is information. It's the language of the cells. Indigenous systems view food as a living spirit or vibration. Modern science mirrors this through epigenetics. Think of your DNA as a library. Every time you eat, you send a librarian into the library. Whole earth blessed foods tell the librarian to pull out the books on repair and energy. Processed foods or foods eaten in panic pull out books on inflammation. You aren't just eating calories, my friends. You are writing your biological story. Think about this. If your meal today was a letter to your future self, what did it say? Learning point number 2. Safety first, nutrition second. The twig snap principle. This is the biological foundation of the natural dietitian. Your body cannot run from the bear and digest the berry at the same time. If the twig snaps in your mind because of a stressful email or a rush, your stomach closes its doors. Blood vessels, the blood leaves the gut for the limbs. Safety is the on switch for nutrition. Without it, the best food in the world just sits there unabsorbed. Think about that one for a moment. That's mind-blowing. How many of us were never taught this? How many of us had no idea about this or didn't really understand it in this way? Learning point number 3, the second brain, the gut's intuition. Dr. Redvers highlights the enteric nervous system, the 100 million neurons lining your gut. This is the physical home of your gut feelings. It produces 95% of your serotonin. When your gut is in the state of alarm, the communication line to your brain gets static. You can't hear your intuition because the alarm bells are too loud. We have to quiet the alarm to hear the wisdom. Number 4, and before I go to number 4, think about that in children. Think about how that resonates or how that looks like in children. That's a whole nother topic. Number 4, our 4th learning point, ancestral alignment, recalibrating the compass. We are ancient bodies in a digital world. Our internal compass, our circadian rhythm, is set by the sun. Modern life with its blue light and 24/7 food blinds that compass. Reconnecting to the seasons and the natural light of the day is how we demagnetize our system and find our way back to our body's true map. And last, learning point number 5, the spirit of the meal, gratitude as biology. Indigenous protocols involve ceremony and sitting with food. Science calls this the cephalic phase of digestion. If I mispronounce that one word, oh well, we're perfectly imperfect around here. It means digestion starts in the head. When you smell your food and feel gratitude, your brain signals your stomach to produce acid and enzymes before the first bite. Gratitude is not just a nice thing. It's a biological command to prepare the soil for seed. Now, all of this, of course, is connected to Evolve Global 22's power of 3. In energy medicine, we work with the vagus nerve. This is the physical highway between your gut and brain. When we stimulate this nerve, we are literally paving the road so your body's wisdom can travel to your mind without traffic jams. Now, I'm going to give you a real life example of this one. As many of you know, I, at one point in my life, was, if not, I was very close to 300 pounds. My whole journey started out just wanting to lose weight. I lost about 100 or so pounds on my own. And then it took quite a while and it was very vigorous. And then I got to the end and I just was tired and I couldn't stabilize my weight and get the last bit off. So I decided to get very aggressive. And I had the gastric sleeve surgery. Now, one of the common side effects, I guess, of gastric sleeve surgery, one of them is you can get acid reflux, etc. Now, I don't have that. I don't have that per se. But what started happening was my 80 when you do gastric sleeve surgery, 80% of your stomach is cut away, and your stomach is like a little pouch. So till this day, this is the same, and I had it several years ago. Till this day, if I eat one bite too much, if I eat something that doesn't agree with me, all of a sudden my stomach does not feel well. My nose starts to run. I feel like I'm almost having like an allergic reaction. It's not an allergic reaction, really, but it feels that way. I don't feel well. My nose starts to run. I start feeling like my food is in my throat. It's not acid reflux. It's just this feeling of how you feel when you feel like you're having allergies in your eyes and your nose. And I wonder, for the longest time, I was like, what is this? So I actually investigated this. I research everything. I investigated and researched this. And there's a nerve that goes, I believe it's the vagus nerve. It goes all through your body, goes down, somehow passes through your insides. And I'm not going to get technical. We just talk plain common language around here. And when they moved everything, and of course, everything is tight in our insides, when the pouch gets a little bit too big, it irritates that nerve. And when it irritates that nerve, you get mucus buildup in the stomach, which makes it worse. And then you start getting this runny nose, runny eyes, feeling like you're having an allergic reaction. So it is real, my friends. It is real. That's my living example. Now let's talk about the connection, or how we handle this, from Ayurveda inspired living, which is Ayurveda medicine. We honor what's called Agni in Sanskrit, and Agni is your digestive fire. Just like a real fire, you can't throw a huge log on it and expect it to burn. We use rhythm, warmth, and seasonal awareness to keep our inner fire burning bright, so we can transform food into ojas, which is Sanskrit, which means vitality, rather than toxins. Now, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you bog down your system, just like a fire, if you bog it down, it doesn't really burn. It smolders and it does other things, goes out. So keep that in mind. And then our herbal wisdom with herbal medicine. We use the earth's pharmacy here at Evolve Global 22. We might use bitter herbs like dandelion or yellow dock to wake up the liver, or nervine herbs like chamomile or lemon balm to coat the nervous system in a blanket of safety before we ever pick up a fork. If I drink chamomile tea before I eat. It has to be at least a half an hour or so before, because I can't eat and drink too much at the same time. It really calms my whole system, and my digestion is so much better once I do eat. So when I tell you we have the power of three, I use it and we use it and we teach it in everything that we do. Now, as always, my friends, I have two practices for you tonight, two body work practices. And I want us to do these together. So the first practice, and I'm going to shift here a little bit, is called the vagus nerve slide. And I want you to sit tall. So roll your shoulders back and just loosen them, but sit so your posture is good. Keep your head still and facing forward. Now you're going to shift your eyes all the way to the right as if you're trying to see your ear. And you're going to hold them there and keep holding them there until you wait for a release. And what you're looking for is a yawn, a sigh, or a deep swallow. This is your natural dietitian switching from survival back to wisdom. And then you do the same thing to the other side. So let's try this together. So you're going to sit, good posture. You're going to keep your head straight and you're going to look to the right, all the way to the right, as if you're looking to your ear, to trying to see your right ear. You're going to keep looking, keep trying to look, try to look. I already got the release. I felt the sigh coming. I felt it coming right in my chest, and I just released. Now let's do the other side. You know what? I didn't keep my head completely. So let's keep our head completely straight this time. I'm trying to talk and think and give directions at the same time. So let's keep our head straight. Okay, so look to the left all the way. Wait for the release. Okay, little yawn. There was the release. So practice that. But make sure, guys, the first time I didn't keep my head straight. I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. Keep your head straight. Look all the way to the right as if you're trying to see your right ear. So keep your head straight all the way to the right. You hold it there. Keep trying to look all the way to the right with your eyes until you have the release. It's a yawn, a sigh, or a deep swallow. And then you do the same thing to the left. Body works practice number 2, the warm belly hold. This is what I want you to do. We're going to rub our hands together vigorously until they feel hot. And then we're going to place our right hand over our solar plexus, which is right here, kind of like in the middle, and the left hand over our heart. So right here. Feel the heat sink through the skin and into the organs and say, my body is wise and I am safe to be nourished. Feel that safety move through your inner soil. So let's rub our hands together. Start rubbing our hands together vigorously. So you got to do it vigorously so that you create heat. And your hands, the palms of your hands are going to feel hot. So let's do this. Keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing vigorously, vigorously. Mine are heating up. Are yours? Now we're going to place our right hand over our solar plexus, which is right here in our heart. My body is wise and I am safe to be nourished. Feel the safety move through your inner soil. Now, I have quite a few layers on, but I could feel the warmth once. It wasn't really hot, but I could feel the warmth. But if my hand had been on my skin, for example, I would have felt the heat. But I could feel the warmth. And it's like a gentle, the way I would describe it, it's like a gentle flow of warm tricklings, I guess, in through your heart and through your solar plexus. So try that. And then when you say, my body is wise and I am safe to be nourished, that indicates safety. Try that throughout your day and before you eat. Now, our journaling reflection questions, I always leave you with 5, and they are in the chat, and they are also in the description when this goes up on video on my YouTube channel. And I try to always put them in the first comment. Now, I've had trouble with that because I stream quite often, and I restream and replay things on Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio TV. And sometimes I can't keep up with, how often these things play. So, but it's there. It's in the description always, and then the first comment. So the first reflection question, the ancestral echo. This is the first question. Think about this. What is one food from your family's history that feels like strength or home? How can you bring that back into your life this week? Reflection question for journaling number 2, the information. If your body was a garden and your thoughts were the weather, what has the climate been like in your inner soil today? Stormy and rushed, or calm and sunny? Number 3, the meadow. Where in your day can you create a 60-second quiet meadow, no phone, no noise, before you take your first bite of a meal? Number 4, the signal. What is one twig snap, a stressor, you can remove from your eating environment tomorrow? For example, putting the phone in the other room. And then our 5th question, reflection question for journaling, the trust. If you truly believed your body was on your side and already wise, what one rule or diet, quote unquote, would you finally stop forcing yourself to follow? These questions are so important. I hope that you take note. And if you are not journaling yet, start journaling. It is a wonderful, phenomenal tool for you to work from the inside out, which is what is necessary for healing. Now, as always, I always share with you, before I close, I want to gently share again from the heart. If this work speaks to you, if you're healing while living real life, Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio is on Patreon. It exists to support you beyond these live streams. Tier 1 is a community supporter. It's $1 a month. This tier is for you if you want to just support others in their healing and you don't really need anything at this time. I use all of funding that I get through the Patreon, and I put it back into helping those who want servicing but cannot afford it. It's expanded services for children and families. It builds sustainable healing programs. It creates long-term, work with people who cannot afford it. What am I doing here? And then tier 2, which tier 2 is the Founders Healing Circle, $7.99 a month. This is if you want deeper support and connection. You're actively healing and you want guidance you can return to. You want practices and reflections and teachings that you can use in real life. And it goes beyond and deeper than what you have in all of my free information out there on, particularly on my YouTube channel. There's extended teaching and practices, deeper nervous system support, foundational healing tools for adults and families. I just added the VIP Evolve Global 22 book club there. This also helps to expand services for children and families, build sustainable healing programs, and create long-term work for this. You're never required to join. Your presence here today already matters. But if you're looking for ongoing support, this space was created for you. And if you're looking to support others. So on that note, everybody, I appreciate you being here. If you did not make the whole live stream, please go back once this is up on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It's free. And it's information. It's good information. There's practices there. There's all sorts of things that will help you. But just, I'm very grateful. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm very grateful. And 2026 is our year. Let's heal together. So until tomorrow, my friends, this is Dr. Debbie with Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Peace, love, and light. And remember, healing lives here, but wholeness lives within you. I love every single one of you. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. It hears the snap of a twig. In that second, the fawn's body shuts down digestion. Blood moves from the stomach to the legs so it can run. It doesn't matter how organic the grass is. If the fawn is in survival mode, it cannot nourish itself. Many of us are trying to eat healthy while our bodies think they are being hunted by life. Tonight, my friends, we bring the meadow back to the